Hello, Verblingites. Today's topic is comfort food for this hour. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Um, Hopefully you all will be here. I'm sorry I'm a couple seconds late. The time got away from me. I was actually looking at YouTube when this happened. So my name is Holly, and I will be your teacher for this hour. The topic we have today is on comfort food, and so hope to see you there. Um, Hi, Mayumi. How are you?
Uh, Hello. Hello.
Hi.
I am struggling with the setting. This is my first class on bubbling.
Okay, well,
So
welcome.
I don't know how to use this. So maybe you can hear me.
I can hear you great. Can you hear
Okay.
me?
Yeah.
Awesome.
I think it's
Awesome. Well,
okay.
welcome. Welcome. I hope you find it simple to use. If you have any questions, ask. No problem. Um,
Yeah.
this
Okay.
is a Friday evening and here in the U.S. and more Saturday morning in Europe. So the classes are smaller at this time.
Okay, that's good for me.
Yeah. So sometimes I'll have at this time there'll be 6 or 7 people, and
Yeah.
sometimes one or two. So where are
Okay.
you from, Mayumi?
From Japan.
Japan. Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right. And what part of Japan are you from?
I live in Kyoto.
Kyoto. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you
And
been there?
I
Here.
have not, but it is close to Osaka, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
very close to
Okay.
Osaka.
I lived in Busan for a while, and
Mhm.
I don't know why. I was young, so I never got over to Japan. But in the last 7 or 8 years, I've had a lot of students from Japan.
Oh,
So
really?
I've had a chance to look at the map together and learn the area. So
Oh, wow,
yeah,
wow, wow. Do you have
yeah.
any student on barbering, the Japanese student?
There is one or two
Okay.
that come through. Not
Uh,
as many as in other places that I've taught.
oh, yeah. Yeah,
I've taught,
yeah, I
yeah,
understand.
I've taught since 2006 online, and so I've had a lot of Japanese students come through. So, and then
Oh, yeah.
there's Anatoly Lerner, and
Hello.
how are you? It's funny because after I saw you last, I was like, I remember him from Second Life. Do you still go to Second Life?
Very seldom.
Yeah.
Maybe last week I remember about this way, and it's also sometimes interesting to visit.
Uh-huh.
It is other
Yeah.
environmental.
Uh-huh. I think for me, for Second Life, I think it's been at least 4 years. Um,
Hmm.
it's been a long time, so I prefer the camera where you actually see people or at least see their picture and so forth. So 3D is okay, but I like 2D better. But anyway, so um, yeah, so I was like, oh yeah, I remember. I think I remember you. You could have been one of my students actually for business English, maybe, but I don't know. Um, but anyway, Anatoly, this is Mayumi. She's
Yeah,
from
yeah.
Japan, and Mayumi, this is Anatoly from Moscow, Russia.
Oh, okay.
Hello.
Yeah,
Hello,
hi.
Mary.
Nice to meet you. Not
Nice to
meet
meet
you, just hear,
you.
hear you.
Here, yeah. So it's
Okay.
I know that Kyoto is very
Uh,
ancient city.
yeah,
It
it's
is the
beautiful.
capital
Old.
city, ancient capital city of
Yes,
Japan. From
yes,
here.
yes, you know that. Wow. Uh, I I like it. I have a question. Do I have to mute when I don't talk?
um, you only need to mute if there's a lot of background noise. Um,
Okay.
or if you want to just breathe loud or you need to cough or something like
Mhm.
that. Um,
Okay.
Yeah,
Um,
otherwise, it's not necessary. Like I think I've had students doing the dishes during class or something, and so I'll ask them to mute. And
mm.
Anatoly came into class one time, and he turned on his video, and he was riding his bike through a park.
Ah, yes. Yes, it's interesting. It is like from the future, participating in the class from the future when
Yeah,
we don't need
yeah,
sitting in front of computer.
yeah. It was pretty cool. So. Okay, so Mayumi, there's a lot of people from all over the world that come to the class. The classes have there'll be including the teacher a maximum of 10 students, or I've
Okay.
had one class where there was one student, and usually there's
Yeah.
two or three, and
Okay.
then I had one class where nobody came, and
Wow.
yeah, and I was like, so I started teaching the lesson, and I started
Yeah.
falling asleep. I was like, I'm so bored.
Really?
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
you
I would
need,
be there.
yeah,
Yeah.
you need to have other people be part of the lesson, or otherwise it's not fun. So, Anatoly, what do you do?
I work as an accountant.
Accountant. Okay. For some reason, I thought you would be in IT. So, okay. So,
No.
Mayumi, what do you do?
I'm working in a travel agent. Travel
Oh,
agency. I'm running by myself
okay.
at
So
home.
you're running a travel agency from
Yeah.
home. Awesome. Has that field changed a lot now that there's so much internet bookings and things like that that people can do?
Um, Not actually. They call me or the
Uh-huh.
mm,
Yeah. Because I only use a nowadays. When I was younger, 20 years ago, I used a travel agent all the time. Now
oh
I only use a travel agent um, if it's difficult. Like when I lived in Finland, and when I moved back to Finland, I had a
mm,
little dog, and
yeah
then
yeah
my little dog that I brought
mm,
back. Here's his picture. When I
yeah.
brought him back,
It's
yeah.
so just like a bear. I have two dogs.
Oh, do
I'm
you?
the big dog lover.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yes.
this dog is very, very rare. There probably is none of his breed in Japan. There's only 2,000 in Scandinavia and
Oh
about 200 in the U.S. and most of them
oh.
are in Hungary. And there's pockets in other places as well. But it's a
What
very rare. He's a Hungarian sheepdog,
Hungarian
and it's
Hungarian
Pumi.
sheepdog.
Yeah,
Hungarian
it's,
sheepdog.
and the
Wow.
breed name is Pumi. So you can check that, Google it, and you'll find if you're
Yeah,
interested in
yeah,
dogs.
yeah. It's
So
quite big.
yeah, he's actually small for his breed. He's 16 and a half inches, and he should be about 25 pounds, but he's more than that because I don't exercise him like I should. But anyway,
Wow, it's so cute.
yeah. So anyway, let's go ahead and get started. The topic today is on comfort food. Okay.
Mm.
Um, so one thing I've learned about living abroad and so forth um, is that comfort food is different in different cultures. So Anatoly, when you think of comfort food, what is comfort food in Russia?
Comfort food. It is strange expression for me.
Uh-huh.
Confront. It is suitable. Uh,
Okay.
is it the same?
No, well, comfort means to like to hug or basically comfort food. I'll explain what comfort food is, and that will help you. Comfort food is the food if somebody gets depressed or if they feel they just are unhappy. Maybe they'll eat that food.
During the depression.
Yeah, not necessarily depression or just a bad day or something like
Uh,
that.
Hmm.
Is
Hmm.
there any comfort food in Russia?
I'm not sure. I don't know. It could be anything because when mind uh, uh, is busy of something problem,
Uh-huh.
etc. It doesn't matter which food you are eating.
Okay.
So,
So it depends on the person then, right?
mhm.
So okay. So it just depends. Okay. How about in Japan? Is there a specific food that especially women or maybe men go to if they want comfort?
Okay, you mean the uh the specific Japanese food?
Yeah, any kind of food.
Specific Japanese food. We love um sashimi, tempura,
Okay. Sashimi,
sashimi is raw fish,
sashimi,
raw
raw
fish.
fish, raw
Mm.
fish. Okay.
Oh, sushi.
Sushi. Okay.
Mm.
Sushi, yeah, okay.
Mm.
So sushi might be a food that is if somebody is in a is unhappy if they
Yeah,
eat
is
sushi.
this mean the unhappy food?
No, it means that a comfort food makes people feel happy.
Feel happy? Yes, yes,
Yeah,
yes.
okay,
Most people like this.
yeah. And the USA, my sister and I had a yeah, Anatoly just wrote out. You just checked it on the internet.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Thank
he
you.
just wrote
Great to
out
meet you.
because he
Yeah.
wrote comfort food is traditionally eaten food which often
Mm.
provides a nostalgic or sentimental feeling to the person eating it,
Mm.
frequently with a high carbohydrate level and a simple preparation. This nostalgic element most comfort food has may be specific to either the individual or a specific culture. So,
Mhm.
in the USA, my sister and I got in an argument as to what comfort food was after I came back to the States. And she told me that in the US it's meat and potatoes. And so we did a Facebook poll because I thought it was chocolate. And that's what I thought. And it turns out that she was right. Probably about 20 people responded, and the only people that responded with chocolate were foreigners. I mean, were Europeans. So not Americans. All the Americans said meat and potatoes. So
Mhm.
comfort food for the Americans are meat and potatoes. For Holly, which I don't belong to any country, it's chocolate. Um, so anyway, so if I'm feeling sad, actually meat and potatoes is a good one too. So what we're going to do is go through some restaurant words and so forth, and then we're going to read an article about preparing food in the UK. Okay, so bear with me. I'm going to make this a little smaller. Can you guys still read this? Yes?
Yes.
Okay, awesome. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to match the underlined words and phrases with their correct definition below. So, number one, Anatoly, could you read number one?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Uh, the restaurant offers a wide range of Italian dishes.
Dishes,
Dishes.
okay.
Yes.
All
Mhm.
right, we're just going to read through these first, just to practice pronunciation. Mayumi, can you read number two?
Okay. He tends to stick to the same meal every day. He just won't try anything new.
New, okay. And I'll read three. We know that your exam results are impressive. There's no need to boast all the time. Anatoly, number four.
Do you know a good recipe for chocolate cake?
No, but I'd love one. So, Mayumi, number five.
Don't blame him for what happened. It wasn't his fault.
Okay, I'll try not to. Okay, number six. She didn't want to admit that she had made a mistake. Number seven, Anatoly.
This cheese has a very strong flavor.
Okay, and Mayumi, number eight.
Okay, cooking a meal for 10 people is very time consuming. You need a few hours or more.
Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to read one of these words one of these definitions at a time and match it with these. Okay, so A, a choice or a variety of different things. Which one would it be? Would it be arrange, stick to, boast, recipe, blame, admit, flavor, or time consuming?
Number one,
Yes.
range.
So a range of choices. The thing that I love about living in big cities is that there is a wide range of ethnic restaurants. So that's what I like about living in a big city. So a wide range of ethnic restaurants. Okay. B, a set of instructions for preparing a dish. Which one would that be? Naomi, can you guess which one that would be?
I think 4, recipe.
Yeah, does anybody have a good recipe for chocolate cake? Do you,
I don't eat it.
No.
Oh, you don't eat- I will if I could, but okay. Taking a lot of time. Anybody? Which one would that be?
Last one, time consuming.
Time consuming. So if something. What besides cooking? What is something else that is time consuming?
The internet.
Facebook.
Facebook.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Hello, Ake. How are you this morning?
Yes, hello. I'm fine. How are you?
Good. And Mayumi, can you guess from his accent where he's from?
No, I can't guess.
He's from Japan.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And
I have to speak in English.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Aka, this is Mayumi from Kyoto. And where in Japan are you, Aka?
I'm in Fukuoka. Yeah.
Koka?
Yeah.
Where's that?
Fukuoka.
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 Yeah.
I have to look at a map. Okay. Okay.
Close to Busan.
Yeah, okay. Now
Yeah.
I remember us talking about that. Yes. Okay. Now I know where we are. Okay. Let's go on. D, the taste of food or drink in your mouth. What would that be?
I think 7, flavor.
Flavor, yes. And because I use British English material for a reason, because I'm American and that way I can teach both. One of the differences between British English and American English is the spelling with this word. We actually do not use the U in the spelling. And the cheese has a very strong flavor, so we just have it OR. So if you see either spelling, it's correct. Okay?
But the pronunciation is the same.
Pronunciation is the same, but the spelling is different. Exactly. Yeah. E, to agree that something is true even if you don't want to.
Admit.
Yes.
6.
Yes. And next one. I do see that's telling me that it doesn't want to write. Oh well. Okay, next one. To continuously do one particular thing and not change to something else. What would that be?
I think 2, stick to.
If you stick to something, you do not change. You are not flexible. In some respects, it's good. For example, to stick to a routine. If you're a mother, that is very good for children if you stick to a routine. But in this respect, he tends to stick to the same meals every day is negative. So, okay. G, to say or think that someone or something is responsible for something bad. Which one would that be? Any idea?
Blame.
Blame,
Number
yes.
5. Mhm.
Excellent. Blame. To blame somebody for something. Okay, and then the last one, to speak too proudly about yourself. We know that your exam results are impressive. There's no need to boast all the time. Okay. Now, boasting, in some countries, it's okay to talk about yourself and your accomplishments, like my own. Is it okay in Russia and Japan to talk about your accomplishments?
No, I don't think so.
No? Okay.
Yeah,
Would
it's
you-
rude.
Okay. So it's rude because you're talking about yourself. How
Yeah.
about in Russia, Anatoly?
I think in general similar, maybe not so extremely similar as I think because I also read about typical Japanese characters as Japan, but I think yes, it is similar.
It's similar to Japan.
Mhm.
Okay. And in the U.S., I learned when I moved to Europe in Finland that Americans have a tendency to the rest of the world, we boast a lot. But in our culture, it's okay to talk about things that you've done positive, not everywhere, but in the right setting. But I found that's a very interesting cultural difference. So,
Yeah.
okay, let's go on. So find the information. What we're going to do is we're going to read through an article, and so the two goals will be to practice pronunciation, learn new vocabulary, and to practice comprehension. So reading comprehension. How well do you understand what you read? Okay, so we're going to read the article on the cooking habits of British people, and we're going to look for the following information. Number 1, the average number of dishes that British people cook. The average number of dishes cooked by British men. The average number of dishes cooked by British women. The average number of dishes cooked by British people aged between 45 and 54. The number of people who cook spaghetti bolognese every week. The number of plates of pasta eaten in the UK every week. The number of roast dishes eaten every week. The number of Britons who eat stir-fried dishes every week. Okay, and then what we're going to do is once we answer these questions, we'll look at it and see if we see if it's similar to your own country based on your own knowledge. Okay? So, comfort food. Britons stick to just 4 recipes at home. Okay. Okay, could you read the first paragraph?
Researchers shows that most people in Britain regularly cook just 4.1 dishes. This is affecting Britain's growing reputation as a nation of people who know a lot about and enjoy cooking.
Okay. Any words in here that you do not know?
No.
Did you know that Britain had a reputation for being good cooks?
Actually, I read it maybe Time or News magazine article. In the past, they had a bad reputation, but now it's improved.
Oh, okay.
According to that article.
Okay, because I was under the impression they had a bad reputation. So every time I read this, I think, Anatoly, what do the Russians think about British food?
I tend to agree that it is they have a bad reputation as a stereotype, maybe, because we know like eggs and bacon and eggs traditional Britain's cooking traditional tea, and it means limited number of choice of food,
Choices. So
choices of food which Britons have.
and you can also say a limited range of food as
Limited
well.
range, yes.
Yeah, limited range. Yeah, because I had heard that that British food is just kind of compared to other foods around the world. British food is very boring. I mean, not like for example, Finnish food. I've heard Finnish food is bland, but I've heard which is no spice. But British food, this is what I've heard. Or experience, British food is boring. That's kind of what I've heard.
Maybe less variety.
Yeah, very.
Boring mean.
Yeah, boring is no. And American food is fatty. This is what people say. So, too much fat. Okay, let's go to number 2. Anatoly, can you read that?
An increasing number look for exotic flavors when eating out, but at home a combination of a lack of time and lack of confidence means that Britons tend to stick to what they know.
Okay, any questions here on words? Okay. So they basically like going to ethnic restaurants, but at home they stick to what they know. Okay. Number 3, Mayumi.
Okay. One of the most popular dishes, spaghetti bolognese, is cooked at least twice a week by 6.1 million nationwide. The dish is served approximately 670 million times a year across the UK.
Okay, exactly. Approximately.
Approximately.
Yeah, perfect. Okay. Do you guys like this kind of spaghetti? Spaghetti bolognese?
Yeah, I like it.
Yes.
Okay. Do you, Anatoly?
Not so much, sometimes, but not often. Bolognese, it is without tomato. Yes?
I'm not even sure what it is.
It is white, I think, sauce.
No, I don't think that's.
And from the cheese sauce. With
Okay.
cheese. Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think whether I actually like spaghetti bolognese. I guess I do like it. Yeah, it's not really white sauce. It's this kind of sauce right here.
Yeah.
Okay.
It means it's a pretty big batch, so we freeze the leftovers for lasagna. Yeah, but it's not the white sauce, but that's
yes.
a different kind.
Yes, it is not my cup of tea.
It's definitely not what you like, huh? Yeah, I make it sometimes I make it, but I don't ever call it spaghetti bolognese. I guess that's the thing for me. Okay, we've already read 3. 4, I'll read that. Although men often boast that they produce the best chefs, the average male appears to be much less adventurous. A survey by YouGov found that most male cooks had a range of just 3.5 dishes compared to 4.5 for women. Young adults aged 25 to 34 are the most adventurous, with almost 5 recipes each. Those aged between 45 and 54 cooked just 3.2 dishes regularly. Okay, any questions here on words? Okay, number 5, Anatoly.
And despite the increasing number of cookery programs on television, the research found many people were unwilling to experiment in the kitchen.
Okay, thank you. Any words in here? Okay. Aka, number 6.
Okay. 2 in 3 claimed to be very interested in new idea, but rarely put them into action. Almost 40% of people blamed time pressures, but 1 in 5 admitted that they just did not have the confidence to be more adventurous with their cooking.
Okay, so in new ideas, so we have to pronounce the S here.
New ideas.
Yeah. All right, any words here? Okay, let's go to the next one. Yumi, Mayumi. Can I just call you Yumi?
Yeah, it's okay.
Okay.
The researchers found that about 20 million plates of pasta are eaten in the UK every week. A traditional roast remained and the top favorite dishes, with 10.25 million plates eaten each week.
Okay, thank you. And traditional British favorites such as fish and chip remain among the top 10, but they are now replaced by stir fries. The Eastern dish is eaten by 7.59 million Britons each week. Anatoly, can you read the next?
Almost a third of people said that 10 years ago they cooked more traditional dishes. The Scottish were the most progressive. 39% said that they cook more exotic dishes than before, while cooks in southern England were most loyal to old favorites.
Okay, old favorites.
Favorites.
And also dishes.
Dishes.
Dishes. Okay, excellent. Okay, any words here?
Yeah, what's the exotic dishes? What kind of food?
Exotic dishes would be different dishes that are kind of like from other countries that are different. For example, a curry might be an exotic dish to an American. In fact, when I came back to the States, I fed my brother some Korean curry, and he he ate it, he liked it, and he said, "So what do you call that in English?" And it's called curry in English, but he'd never had it before. So that would be an example of an exotic dish for some people. So,
okay, I got it.
Okay. Number 10. Okay, can you read that?
Okay. It seems that a combination of time pressure and fear of failure is limiting our culinary range, particularly on weekdays. A television broadcaster said.
Okay. A culinary range. Can you say that?
A culinary range.
And then the next word is a word I have a hard time with. Particularly.
Particularly.
Yeah, particularly. And you really have to move your mouth around, the tongue around in your mouth, particularly. But I have a hard time with that one as well. Okay. And number 11, Anatoly.
Okay. The best way to start is to take a different ingredient and add it to an old favorite. I always have a number of ingredients ready in my kitchen just for this purpose. They include lemons, limes, and dried chilies. And he added, for example, if you are going to cook a chicken breast, cover it with pancetta and add rosemary for extra flavor. It is a simple way to give the dish a twist.
Okay, thank you. Cooking with more variety on a daily basis doesn't have to be time-consuming or risky. How about you guys as cooks? are you guys like the Britons where you eat just a few things, or do you experiment and eat a lot of different types of foods?
I want to explore
Mm-hmm.
a new type of fish.
Okay. And how about you, Anatoly?
I'm a conservative person. I think I don't mind to explore cookies from different culture, but mostly for everyday meal, I prefer something limited range like fried potatoes,
Mm-hmm.
fried eggs, and
Mm-hmm.
soap,
Mm-hmm.
traditional soaps.
Mm-hmm. So you are somebody who is a creature of habits. So you like a
Maybe.
lot of the same foods. Okay, me too. That's how I would describe me. I have my family. My family jokes that all I ever eat is chicken, but it's not true. I eat pork too. So, but I have like about five or six different chicken recipes. So, Mayumi, how about you? Are you a creature of habit, or are you willing to try? Do you try new things in the kitchen?
Yeah, when I I sometimes try to cook something different. When I see something in the magazine with the picture in the
Uh-huh.
picture, or that I go to new recipe,
Uh-huh.
I like to try the new one.
Okay, so you actually try them out, and where I will get the recipe and I think, oh, how cool, and I think I try things out maybe 1 out of 10 recipes I get, so I'm not very good at it. So that's good. So are you considered a good cook, Mayumi?
I don't think so.
You don't
But
think so?
yeah, my son said that I am trying. I am always trying the
Uh-huh.
new one, and sometimes he doesn't want to eat it
Oh,
because
okay.
it's very new, and I create it.
Oh, okay. So how old is he though?
He is 27.
Oh, so he should.
Yeah. He-
Okay. How about the rest of you, Anatoly and Akka? Are you guys good cooks?
No, sometimes I just invent very unique food as a
Okay.
result. Yeah.
Anatoly, are you a good cook?
No, no. I cooked seldom enough.
Okay.
Only if I forced to do it.
Yeah. I like my own food. I think it's actually quite good. And I've cooked for other people, and some people think it is, but like when I've been abroad, people are like, "Oh man, there's way too much sauce in your food, or it's it's very unhealthy and stuff," because they just don't realize that it's not unhealthy. It's just different. So, okay, checking understanding. Let's put true or false next to each statement. At home, Britons tend to cook only the dishes that they know. Is that true or false?
True.
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 Yes. Cookery programs have helped people to become more adventurous in the kitchen.
False.
False. Even though they're popular, they're still not very um, adventurous. A question for you. In American English, we would not say cookery. Does anybody know what we would say?
Cooking programs.
Yes. We would say cooking programs, and programs are spelled different. We would not use the double M or ES. We would pronounce it like that. Okay. Many people do not have the time to experiment in the kitchen.
True.
True. Yeah. True. Do you guys have time to experiment in the kitchen?
Are you asking Me? Oh,
Yeah,
the,
anyone, any of you guys.
okay, okay.
Yeah, anyone.
Even I had a time, but maybe I often simplify the process.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how about you, Anatoly? Do you have time to experiment in the kitchen?
I think no. But
Yeah.
if I had a time,
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to use the second conditional. I would prefer to stay in front of computer or other deal.
And do something else. So even if you don't have the time, but even if you did, even if you had the time, you would prefer to do something else. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. And Mayumi, do you have the time?
Yeah, I have a time, and I cook for my dogs too.
How do you?
Yeah.
What do you make for them?
Oh, just boil the fishes and vegetables, and I try something the new good nutrition one
Okay.
for them.
Because when I first got my dog, he was just under 3 years old, and they told me that they serve him a little bit of either rice or pasta every day.
Oh,
And so I used to make him every day. I would make him either rice or pasta. And but I would always make myself rice or pasta, and I would put sauce on it. And then he would lick my plate. So now he refuses to eat rice or pasta without sauce. So
yeah.
I just don't do it for him anymore. Now he just gets traditional dog food. So it's funny. Okay, pasta is not a popular dish in Britain. Is that true or false?
False.
False. Okay. Yeah, it's very popular. Traditional British dishes are not popular.
False, I guess.
False. Yeah, they are still popular. Um, exotic dishes have become more popular in Britain.
False.
It's actually true, but not in the home.
Okay.
Yeah. So when they go out they'll go to ethnic restaurants, for example.
Yeah.
People in Scotland prefer to cook more traditional dishes than the English.
False.
False. Yeah, because the article said that it's the people in the southern part of the UK that does. People in Britain tend to cook few dishes because they are afraid of failure.
True.
True.
Oh,
True. Okay. Okay. We're going to skip that part. We're going to go to this one. So complete the table below with words from the text and use a dictionary if necessary, but a few items may belong to more than one category. So actually let's just look at these words right here and see if we can put these in the right category. See if you guys know these words. So for example, pork. Is that meat and fish, seafood, fruit, vegetables, herbs, dish, or cooking method?
meat.
Meat, yes. Okay. One thing I want to point out is pronunciation for this word right here. Have you guys heard two pronunciations for this word?
Yes.
Yeah.
Herbs and herbs.
Yeah. So some people will actually pronounce the H and some people will not. And it does not, for this one, it does not depend on whether it's British English or American English. I think it depends on the family because I've heard, because I pronounce it without the H. I pronounce it herb. But other people pronounce it herb. And I have never been able to figure out why. There's just two pronunciations. And there's probably about a handful of words in English where the pronunciation is it's different, but it's not based on British and American English. The other one actually is this word. Do you guys know how to pronounce that word?
Yeah.
Often and often.
Often and often, yeah. And I've heard some British people pronounce it one way and some British pronounce it the other way. Most native speakers pronounce this word often and often different based on the sentence that they're actually using.
Okay.
So,
Yeah,
but herbs
yeah.
and herbs, I haven't listened to it enough, so I don't know. But anyway, let's go on. Cucumber, which one is that?
Vegetables.
Vegetable, okay. And boil
Cooking method.
is a cooking method, okay. And grill,
Maybe
Cooking.
cooking method,
Cooking
maybe
method
dish.
as well.
a cooking method, yes. And lamb,
Meat.
meat, okay. Salmon,
Fish.
fish, okay. And okay, did you guys notice that both these words, they have extra letters in here that we do not pronounce. So this is not lamb. We actually do not pronounce the B. And then the fish here is salmon, so we do not pronounce the L. We don't say Solomon or Solomon. So the L is not pronounced and the B is not pronounced. Okay. Trout,
Fish.
fish, okay. And beef,
Meat.
Meat.
meat, okay. Oregano,
Herb.
Pork.
yes. Oregano, okay. Sushi,
Oh.
Fish.
is it a fish or is it a dish?
Dish.
Both.
Fish. Sushi, okay.
I think
no,
dish.
no. I think dish.
Dish.
Yeah. The combination
Could be
of
both.
rice and fish called sushi.
Yeah, exactly.
Just, raw fish is. Yeah, no. Just fish
Yeah.
is raw.
So I think
The
it
raw
could.
fish is also dish.
I think some people think of sushi as fish. So, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Turkey,
Meat.
Yeah.
meat. It's under meat. It's also under dish because we have like for example in the U.S. we have our traditional turkey dinner.
Oh.
Okay. Parsley,
Vegetable. Oh,
Herb. Herb.
Yeah.
or parsley. Okay, and then the next one, courgette.
I don't know this.
We need to go to Google Images on this one because I don't know it either. I didn't notice it when I was preparing. Okay, so bear with me a moment. Do you know it, Anatoly? Have you run into this?
No. Maybe it is a herb.
It's actually according to the answer, it's a vegetable.
Fruit.
Oh,
Cucumber.
it's
Zucchini.
a type
Oh,
of
yeah.
zucchini.
Yeah.
It's a zucchini in British English.
Ah.
Okay. Well, now I know. And then aubergine,
I don't know.
and that's also it's a vegetable. It's, I believe in American English we call it an eggplant.
Eggplant.
Mm.
Yeah. So, aubergine, and okay, so that's a fruit or vegetable. Pineapple,
Fruit.
fruit. Okay, and bake.
Cooking method.
Okay. And lobster.
Seafood.
Okay. And veal.
Veal.
Is that a new word for
Meat.
y'all?
Meat, maybe.
It is a meat. Veal is a baby cows. Carrot.
Vegetable.
Okay. Carrot. Beetroot.
Vegetable.
Everybody know what a beetroot is?
Baby carrot or something.
No. Let me show you.
Not sure.
Yeah, very red one.
They're called beets.
I think. Yeah. I got it.
Yeah.
A very common vegetable in Finland, if I remember right. So, and prawns.
Brown.
Also
Seafood.
known, yeah,
Seafood.
it's yes, seafood. It's also known as what do we call prawns in
Shrimp.
a shrimp? Yeah, also known as shrimp. Okay, let's talk about these. Let's try to use these words, the cooking methods, and I'm going to ask a question. You guys ask one of you to answer, and then you ask a question based on some of these words. Okay, so Ake,
Mhm.
what is your favorite food to bake?
To bake. Favorite food to bake.
May or may not be on this list.
Okonomiyaki. Kind of. Japanese pizza. Okay, pizza. Yeah. Pizza. Yeah. Pizza.
So wait a minute. You said obviously a Japanese dish. So now you have to use your English, and you need to explain what that Japanese dish is.
It's a pancake, but it has a lot of. It's not sweet, and it has a lot of ingredients: carrots and seafood, meat,
Uh-huh.
and seaweed,
Uh-huh.
and oyster sauce and mayonnaise. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, okonomiyaki.
Okay. Is it good? Obviously it's good.
I think so.
Yeah, it's good.
Okay.
I love
Alright.
that too.
Do you like it too, Mayumi? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Could you ask Anatoly or Mayumi a question about using one of these words as something about food, about cooking
About cooking. Mm,
or eating?
okay.
Don't make me hungry. That's all.
Anatoly, how often eat salmon?
Okay.
Do you
How
eat
often?
salmon?
How
Do you
often do you? Yeah.
Mhm. Usually three times a day.
A day?
How often do you eat?
No. How
salmon?
often do you eat salmon?
Salmon.
Yeah.
Um,
3 times a day. That's good for eating, but eating salmon 3 times a day?
maybe once, one time in 2 weeks.
Okay.
We had a special day before Soviet Union was ruined in Soviet Union. It was Tuesday for fishing. We called it Tuesday, Thursday, the fourth day. I mean, in
Thursday.
week. Thursday is fishing day, like this, fishing eating day.
Really?
Mhm.
So,
And it provides by our government because it's good for health and
uh-huh.
to eat some some fish regularly.
Huh. I know when I was growing up, we always ate fish, the schools always fed fish every Friday. And that's because of the Catholic religion. Apparently Catholics only eat fish or don't eat fish on Friday or don't eat meat on Friday, so they only eat fish. So
Interesting, very
yeah, so
similar,
yeah,
but
so
different sources of this
exactly,
habit.
yeah. But remember, instead of one time, you can say once every 2 weeks. So you remember that.
Mhm.
All right. So Anatoly, can you ask Mayumi a question?
Mayumi,
Yeah.
what do you usually boil?
Okay. What do you usually boil?
Boil. I usually boil vegetables for my dogs, and
They are spoiled little boys.
the cabbage,
Uh-huh.
and what, radish. The Japanese radish. I don't know what you said. Radish, the big radish.
Uh,
We say daikon. It's not in English.
Let me. Well, I'm gonna pull out Google Images and see.
Yeah.
Is it one of these kind of radishes, or is it a bigger
Yeah,
one?
yeah, radish. But you can say the middle of that page.
Right here?
The white one. Yeah, that one. Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Okay.
This is daikon. Do you have a name in English?
I think they're just a radish.
Okay.
Radish white seeds. It says right here. But let's see. This says white icicle radish.
White icicle radish.
I think it's just let's see. This doesn't say. It just calls it a radish, just a radish. So
Okay.
yeah, white radish. Yeah.
White radish. Okay. Can get it in the United States.
I've never seen it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
My dogs like that. The boiled white radish.
Oh wow. Okay. What kind of dogs do you have?
Two poodles.
Poodles. Oh,
White poodle.
white poodles. Okay. They won the lottery when they were put in your home. So, do you understand what I mean, you guys?
No.
What I just said was they won the lottery when they were put in your home.
Really?
Yeah, because I mean, not everyone's going to cook food for their dogs. So, don't you guys agree?
Yes, they are very happy.
Very good dogs. They got a good mama. Yeah. Okay. We've already talked about this, and it looks like we're almost out of time. Mayumi, could you also ask somebody a question?
Yeah, okay. Anybody, do you use the herbs in your
Okay,
your food?
okay,
On
so
your food?
what you say is, do you use herbs either when you cook, or in your cooking,
In your cooking.
or on your food, like you said?
Okay.
Okay. So guys,
Yeah,
I don't.
Sorry, go ahead, Akaken.
So yeah, I often use herb on my cooking
Okay.
to change the taste or to alter the taste, like this article suggests.
Okay.
It's simple, yeah.
Awesome. Okay, Anatoly, what do you do?
I use it seldom. It is the first variant, and I rarely use it. I don't know which is correct.
Well, you would say I seldom use it or I rarely use it.
Okay.
So either way. And I'm like you, Anatoly. People consider my food, my cooking, actually quite bland, although I really like it. And bland means no spice to it. And that's a reason. And my sister is like, "Oh, Holly, your food is so boring. It's so bland." I like it. So, all right. Thank you very much for your time and attention today. I hope you learned a little bit of English while we were practicing, and I hope your first class was good, Mayumi, and may we see you in other classes here at Verbling, and other classes you might have 9 people, or you might have 2 or 3. It just depends on the class. Okay. So thank you very much. Y'all have a great day. Bye.
Bye.